So everyone else, what are you hearing in this campaign that either gives you hope about the housing issue or that concerns you? What are you hearing from the candidates?
I will say there's a lot of talk, but I'm not really hearing what the plan is. How are you going to deal with our housing crisis? We have rent, as Anika mentioned, it's skyrocketing. And a lot of folks in this city are renters. They are homeowners. There's so many issues that exist within the housing space. And I'm hearing, yes, we're going to do affordable housing. Yes, we're going to do this. I'm going to change this. But I'm not necessarily hearing how you're going to do that. And that kind of worries me across the board. Some candidates definitely have a little bit more of a plan, but some just is just a talking point because we know that it is something that Detroiters are worried about. So what we're hearing is folks want to know what's the plan? Give me some ideas. Where are you going to get, how are you going to fill the gap funding? What's the game plan there? We know we are going to lose certain funding. How are you going to fill that? Um, how are you going to get to building more affordable housing? It's a nice plan, but how are we going to get there? So a lot of that again is coming back to that concrete plan. I know you're throwing out a lot, but I want to hear a little bit more than, in my 100 days, this is what I'm going to do. It's going to take a little bit more than 100 days in a lot of these areas, but can we get, and again, I'm not saying have a 20-page paper, but can you give me at least the first two steps of what we get into? That would be nice. And I think folks want to see a little bit more of that. I think that's been part of the frustration where so many people are undecided where these candidates are, because there's some that are in a handful that are in the same box, and then some, you're like, okay. And the ones in that box, you're like, okay, one of you, can you stand out a little bit more? Can I get a little bit more of like, okay, this is what it's going to look like?
Yeah, yeah. Come on, go ahead.
Yeah, I think with that, and I super agree, and I think they're failing to have an honest conversation about just the political conditions in Michigan. We have a split legislature right now, and so when we think of a lot of things that folks are in need of, whether it be like right to repair or rent control, those are things that can't be implemented at a city level. Those actually require escalation up to the state level. And so I'm actually super curious for a lot of candidates that are talking about affordable housing, or we've seen some bolder things be said around like zoning laws and tax reform. Those are things that like they're going to have to build a series of political relationships in Lansing to actually implement and to do. And so I think that's something that I've really been craving from candidates. It's just an honest conversation about what does that roadmap look like to get buy-in from people in the Capitol, but also to what people are they talking to right now to actually move that forward. It does seem like it's just something that they're saying because it's a popular thing, but there's not a lot of strategy that's being expressed to the public around it.